What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome to the first ever best settings video in Black Ops 6. Now we're going to get into everything: controller settings, display settings, everything that just makes your game look nicer, because a lot of people play this game, it looks washed out, the enemies are so hard to see, it's just really bad. And then we're going to get into controller settings so that you guys could see how to actually aim properly, because the aim assist in this game is a little weak and you might start shooting at people and miss a bunch of shots. Now guys, before we get into it, if you could drop a big fat like on this video before the spider gets you, because yeah, if you don't drop a like, it's going to bite you, it's going to crawl up your bum tonight. I'm a weirdo, but it is what it is, man. Let's get into it. Sub to the channel if you guys are around with those noties turned on. I truly appreciate that. I want to talk about every single settings. Let's go. And let me know also your KD down in the comments below. If you just started playing, maybe it's your second day playing, maybe it's your first day playing. I mean, right now, as at the time I'm recording, the game first came out, I'm at a 1.69. Not that great. Not that great, but I will get a lot higher. I'm going to go above 2.0 easily. So the first thing I want to look into is the graphic settings, and then we're going to go into the controller settings. But the first thing in the graphic settings is actually not in the graphics, all right? What we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the interface, and this is the first thing you want to do. You want to go to the interface, and then you want to go down a little bit. It might be on gameplay. I forget where it is. No, it has to be on global. We're gonna find it, guys. Don't worry. All right, for some reason it's in readability, so make sure you go to the readability tab and then go to color customization. From here, you're gonna leave all of these the same. Actually, if you want, you could turn the enemy to a pink or a purple. I can't do it because I record a lot. It's gonna confuse a couple of you guys, but this is a lot easier to see than the red. All right, because when you're looking down in the maps, a lot of the maps have red areas, a lot of like red doors, red everything, red things everywhere. It's hard to see, but if you put like a fuchsia or something like that, the enemies will be really easy. Their names are going to show up in that color and everything. But what I want you to do is I want you to go to color filter and put it to color filter 2. It actually makes the game pop a lot more. The colors are more vibrant, the colors stand out a lot more, so definitely do that and put it to both right here, okay? And then the world intensity and all that, you're just going to want to set it all the way up to 100. Interface doesn't really matter much, but the world color intensity, set that up to 100 and you guys are going to like the game a lot more. Now besides that, we could get out of here and we could go into the graphic settings, and what I really recommend here is to go all the way down to gamma and brightness, okay? You want to actually set this to where not visible is actually not visible, barely visible is barely visible, and easily visible is easily visible. A lot of the times when people are playing this game, they'll be playing on all the way up at 100 and the game looks washed out, the game looks awful. You do not want to play all the way up at 100. It looks really bad. It just doesn't, it's not nice on the eyes, and it just feels foggy. You're just not going to enjoy the game as much as if you actually set it to a proper number. So make sure you guys go ahead, set that to a proper number. The game's going to look a lot nicer for you, and you're just going to see the enemies a lot easier. Now another thing you want to do is you want to go over into the view here, and you actually want to put your field of view up. You don't have to put it as high as me at 115, but I think the game comes all the way down at 90, which is not nice. You're not going to see enemies on the outsides. You're not going to see a lot of things. I mean, everything is closer to you, so it is easier to shoot at the enemies, but you're going to feel clunky. You're going to feel small and stuff. Put it up. I put mine all the way up to 115. I never go up all the way to 120, but I feel like 115 is pretty nice. And then you want affected here, okay? This is just going to help you out a lot. And then the most important things is to turn off world and weapon motion blur. You want these off at all times, okay? If the map is blurry, you're not going to see enemies standing into the window areas or doorways because they're just going to blur into it. It doesn't look nice at all. And then weapon motion blur, if your weapon is blurry, you're not going to know if you're 100% accurate when actually shooting at an enemy. So turn that off as well. And if you could turn these, well, you obviously can, put these to the least. All right, so the first person camera movement, third person camera movement, well, third doesn't really matter, I don't play that much, but first person camera movement, make sure you put this to least, okay? You definitely want it there. And that's going to be it for the graphics, but there's another thing that you guys could do here, and that's go back into the interface and go to gameplay HUD. From here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to minimap shape and you're going to set it to square, so you can see enemies a lot easier on this, because when it's circle you can't see the enemies that well, but when it's square you can actually see a bigger version of that minimap, so you can see red dots in different areas, and it's just a lot nicer, right? And then minimap rotation, you're going to have that on. Radar, I don't know why this is on or off. I don't understand it. Like, I mean, you can't really use this unless you have a UAV. And then right here, the compass type, we're gonna set it to minimap rather than horizontal, because we don't want that bar on top of our screen. We just want the minimap. That's all you need. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, crosshair. This is so you guys can actually shoot at enemies a lot easier. You're going to turn it on and you're going to set the center dot scale to the largest. So when you're actually not aiming on sights, when you're just running around and you're in hip fire mode, you have the largest dots, and it's just so easy to point that and see it on your screen and actually aim at enemies with that. So definitely go ahead and do that. And then the opacity, you can actually lower it in this game, which I think is pretty cool. I don't recommend lowering it. I like leaving mine high and stuff, and you could actually change the color. So this is what I recommend you go ahead and do. All right, so we're going to go into the hue, and we're going to set it to some sort of red. All right, guys, so what we're going to do here, well, this is already red here, but what we're going to do is go into apply custom color. No, my bad. Go into saturation and just set it all the way up. All right, all the way up to here, and then the brightness is going to be up, and you could even set it to purple. I actually might set it to purple because it's just going to be a lot easier. This is really slow though. I don't like how slow this thing moves, but we're going to bring it all the way up, and what this is going to do, it's going to make that dot in the center of your screen, instead of being white, it's going to be a different color. And the reason we're going to go with purple is because there's not many purple on these maps. So if we go with a purple, like a nice bright one right here, you could go ahead and do that, put the brightness up to the max, and then just hit apply custom color, and there you go. So this way, my crosshairs are now purple, my dot is now purple. There's not much purple on the map. There is a lot of white on the map, so you'll lose your crosshair if you're running somewhere against a white wall and stuff. You won't see your crosshair that easily. Now you will. Now you should have no issues. Your whole entire crosshair and that center dot are now purple. So I actually really like this setting. This one is actually really nice. I feel like that should have been in COD years ago, but for some reason it wasn't. But yeah, that's gonna be it for there. After that, we're going to go into the controller settings, and there's quite a lot of stuff here actually. So obviously I'm going to play on this right here. We're going to leave it on custom, and the reason I'm playing on custom is because I switch my X and my R3. So I rather knife with X and I rather jump with R3. So that's all I switched. That's all I did was go ahead and switch those, as you guys can see. And then I play on a 5 sensitivity, horizontal and vertically. All right, you don't have to play on this. I just personally like it. And then after that, pretty much I have this set to on. I don't know why it's locked right now, but I shoot with L1 and R1 rather than L2 and R2. And controller vibration, turn it off. Your controller vibrates, your controller shakes. You don't need that when you're playing the game. You don't want that when you're playing the game. So definitely turn it off, because your thumb's gonna move with it. You're gonna miss some shots. It's just not nice. And then trigger effect, this is if you're using haptics, if you're shooting with L2 and R2 on a PlayStation 5 controller. Again, you don't want that. You don't want anything slowing you down or anything. And then dead zone inputs, this is basically kind of important. So left stick minimum, the game starts at 15. I don't know why, it feels clunky there. So I'm gonna put mine down to 5. I'm going to put my left stick max all the way down to 40. That feels comfortable for me. I recommend going as low as you can here unless you have stick drift. That's why I'm at 5, because I have a little bit of stick drift. And then this one right here at 40, and then the right stick, again, we're going to go as low as we can. I have some stick drift, so I'm going to leave it at 5, and then we're going to put this one actually up to 100. So this is really important right here. You're just going to be a lot more accurate. It's going to be a lot nicer to shoot and stuff. This game, some of the settings follow over from Modern Warfare 3. Some of them don't, and this is one of them that doesn't. I don't understand why. Aiming right here, obviously sensitivity multiplier, this is if you want, so like the tablet and stuff like that, we're gonna lower this, so when we pull out a tablet, it's actually easier to control. ADS sensitivity multiplier, this is when you're aiming down sights. Again, we're just gonna lower this a bit. The aim assist is very weak in this game, so you definitely want this a little bit lower, because if not, it's weird. It feels weird. You feel like you might be missing shots when you're actually, when you know when your thumb feels like you're on target. It's I don't know, it's just weird to me. All right. And then after that, I'm sweating a lot, man. It is hot in here, and I got a thick sweater on. It is what it is. Target aim assist, we're going to put it on. Motion sensor behavior, doesn't matter because we don't play with that. And then movement right here, sprint assist, you could turn this on. This is brand new with the Omni movement and everything. If you turn this on, if you go ahead and turn it on, I think what it does is if you run up against a wall, it'll automatically jump it for you. If you run somewhere where you could slide and crouch under something, it'll automatically do it for you. That's like see, mantle assist, crouch assist, sprint assist, and corner slice. I'm not gonna mess with these. I want to see what this is though. Simulates a corner slice by slightly inclining your weapon and camera when a corner is nearby. Oh, that's actually cool. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that on for sure. Auto peek door, we're gonna keep that off. Sprint restore on, and there's just a lot of cool settings here that some other CODs don't have that I feel like they could have had. Advanced movement settings. So again, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna mess with those right there. And then combat right here, aim down sight behavior, hold. All right, because if you set this to actually toggle, you're gonna have to press to aim down sights, and then you're gonna have to press to let go of your aiming down sights. So put it on hold. It's just, I don't know why they have that. Weapon mount activation, I like ADS melee. That's just what I feel like. I don't know, it just feels good to me. Dedicated melee weapon activation, hold melee. Armor plate behavior, I'm not really using this right now. C4 detonation, we're gonna do one by one. So if you throw a C4, you could detonate it, throw another C4, detonate it. You don't have to throw both of them just to blow it up. Equipment behavior, hold. Manual fire behavior, press. Combat advanced settings. And again, you guys could go into this and change a few things if you want. I'm just gonna leave it all as is. I feel like there's no need to actually go ahead and change that. And that's gonna be it for the settings, guys. That's gonna be it. We could go into audio again if you guys like, if you really want to see master game volume. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna put that music volume down. Just because I record videos, I feel like the music sometimes is a little too loud, a little too annoying. Effects, you want this as high as possible because this is grenades blowing up, this is footsteps, this is gunshots. You want to hear this all really, really nicely. And yeah, that's gonna be it. That's it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, like I said, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel if there's notifications turned on. That was all the settings I wanted to show you guys. Let me know your KDs down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.